Good evening, fellow Gensokyojin. I am Dreigonix, and I welcome you to Fanfiction from Makai, where we are once again reading The Nobody Virus, the edgiest fanfic ever written. And today...
Top 10 at least.
Yeah, today Storm is not with us due to actually having a life.
Hey, I have a life. I just do this stuff in the meantime. This is my hobby.
Yep, torturing ourselves with terrible fanfiction. Anyway, in the last chapter, we were introduced to Sora O'Reilly, age 15, and Crazy Riku. We were also introduced to Ryan Hall, aka Roxas, a psychopathic school shooting incel who we're somehow expected to sympathize with, even though he contemplated shooting up his school because he only won second place in an essay contest, because apparently society wasn't ready for his genius.
Something tells me that somebody's projecting.
Yep. Anyway, when we...
That's way too narrow a circumstance for it to be made up.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway, when we left off, Roxas was joining Organization 13, a gang of bioterrorists and internet pirates, apparently. I will let you start with The Bonds Were Cut.
Alright. The bonds were cut and Ryan stood, finally taking a look at his new surroundings. He was, like he had initially thought, in a basement where he would live for the rest of his life. The cellar was made up of stone, with an old wooden staircase leading up to, according to his new associates, an abandoned house they had taken refuge in, also in the town of Queens. Queens isn't a town.
It's a borough. Yeah. Speaking as someone who has lived in New York City most of his childhood, yeah, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
There were 6 of them, the other 3 lurking in the shadows, and discussing things while Zeke, Vincent, as a reminder, that's Vexen, and the Scarred Man spoke with Ryan.
Yeah, all the Organization 13 guys have stupid real names now. Zeke Fender, Vincent Redman.
And we haven't heard Xigbar's real name yet.
Yeah, it's like, is it too much to just hand-wave their names and just refer to them as
you have
Yenzo.
You have fucking Sora O'Reilly and Riku and Kairi, all Japanese names, by the way, but they stayed the same.
Yeah, I mean, sure, friggin' Alias and friggin' what was Isa and Greg aren't common names, but hey. There are all kinds of weird names around.
Yeah, might as well introduce yourself. Sorry, I was gonna keep going.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Might as well introduce ourselves, said the Scarred Man. We are the 6th Trusted, the highest ranking officials of this organization, which is now called Organization 13. We just can't say we're founding members because we gotta give ourselves important pronouns.
Yeah.
13.
So I take it the 6 Trusted aren't a thing in,
No, they're just called, like, the 6 founding members or whatever.
Yeah.
13? Said Ryan, puzzled. There's 13 of us, the man explained patiently, looking at this kid like he was a total idiot. Because he was. Hence, Organization 13. Anyway, we all have aliases. New names for a new order. A wrestling stable we're forming. You may choose yours, but there is only one rule. You must include an X within it.
Because we are edge hop rappers.
This is in tribute to our leader, Dr. Xehanort, who you'll be meeting soon enough. Recuse and Sigil? I don't know what a recuse and Sigil. What are you talking about?
Granted!
Oh shit, this is the wrong voice! I am Syax, second in command of the organization. You've already met Zexion and Vexen. The other three, however, for some fucking reason, this guy gave me Xigbar's voice.
There's several things there I would like to respond to. First, I would love to see a Kingdom Hearts Pro Wrestling, like, video or whatever. And secondly, I'm pretty sure this came out before Dream Drop Distance, when the Recusant Sigil was explained as a thing. I mean...
Me? I'm already half Ryan.
Wait, what?
I was making a joke, but continue.
Okay, yeah.
Edit it out! Edit it out!
Okay, so... Okay. The three other cloaked men all came over and removed their hoods simultaneously. In the hood, yo. The scarred man, Sykes, indicated one of the men who had slicked back hair and a mobster-like air of supremacy with him. So, did multiple of the... So, one of the several men here who had slicked back hair and a mobster-like air of supremacy with him. Because, commas, what are that? What are those? His right eye was covered with an eye patch. Yet Ryan could see a series of scars underneath. This, I don't really remember what Sykes' voice is. This, said Sykes, is Xigbar.
Wushu! Sorry, something caught in my throat. Keep going.
Okay. Formerly a part of the Italian mob in Chicago as an assassin. Oh man, now I'm kind of conflicted whether I should give Xigbar, like,
just go close to canon for him.
Mobster or surfer dude voice.
Do both at the same time.
Oh man, I'm not even gonna pull it out. Okay,
I can try.
As an assassin, in a raspy voice, Xigbar said, "How you doing, dude?"
Oh, no!
As he shook Ryan's hand.
Let me take this next part. This is Zalden, born in Connecticut, raised in Hawaii. Dr. Xehanort's personal bodyguard. Syax told Ryan, "Asshole, that's my home state! Don't you get there!"
Oh, which one?
Connecticut, but we'll go over that later. Zalden was a big, burly man with dark black hair that was tied up into dreadlocks. This man did not say hello, nor shake Ryan's hand. Instead, he offered him Connecticut water, giving a grunt and a nod of assent. Ryan felt a lump form in his throat. He did not want the Connecticut water. Alright, you can keep going.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Last, but certainly not least, is Lexaeus. This last man was almost, but not quite, as big as Zalden, yet had a short flame of fiery red hair that was spiked with some sort of gel. Lexaeus shook hands with Ryan, smiling politely. Ryan returned the smile, which made his chest feel warm, like someone had been burning a fire inside of him. Flames on fire!
That's just the heartburn.
Yeah. Also, what is with all these fire references and references?
Before Axel shows up.
Yeah.
Because we're not gonna have a Kingdom Hearts fanfic without Axel in it.
Yeah, because we gotta ship Axel with Actually, this probably isn't gonna ship Axel with Roxas because, you know.
Yeah, we'll get to that, I'm sure.
Yeah, I just realized I forgot to warn everyone at the beginning. This is not going to be safe for work, and I would also like to put a trigger warning for sexism, homophobia, discussion of school shooting, violence, and just general edgy stupidity.
We're gonna have to keep editing in more trigger warnings as we go on.
Yeah, as new things come up to get pissed at.
Alright, do you want to keep going?
Yeah, let's go on. Okay, where was I? Okay, now that we're all acquainted, muttered Sykes, and he walked toward the... That's weird phrasing. I guess you could... Okay, yeah, you could say muttered... Yeah, it's like just weird structure. It doesn't feel right. And he walked toward the stone wall underneath the staircase. He lightly touched one of the granite blocks that made this structure, and it pressed into the wall. The sound of cranking was heard. Soldier boy up in it. Oh, watch me crank that, watch me, whoa. And part of the wall lifted into a door, much to Ryan's amazement. The other members of the organization went into the door and disappeared someplace about it. Sykes smiled and motioned for Ryan to enter, slightly paranoid because of having heard stories about group raping! What?
Didn't you already say you trusted these guys, Ryan? Also, wow! Kingdom Hearts, everyone!
Oh my god. Okay. I mean, granted...
Wow, it's only been one paragraph since I said we needed to update the content warning.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, granted, it's kind of a sad state that I mean, granted, Roxas probably knows what the fan brats like to do to him on fanfiction.net.
Hey, most of the time he's with Axel, it's consensual.
Yeah, thank goodness. Like,
All right.
Ryan reluctantly walked toward the hidden door and through it. The door led to a small dark hallway that was illuminated only by narrow red lights that lined the carpeted walls. Carpeted walls?
Is it like the quarter of Majora's Mask that keeps rotating everywhere?
Oh, yes. Ryan walked through this in a couple of steps to find himself facing a glass door that opened as soon as he approached it. He entered a new, bigger room in a gleam of white light. "Welcome," said Sykes from behind him, "to Oblivion Labs."
Da 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 da
Da, da, da,
da.
I can't believe I didn't think of that first. Okay, and you can go now.
Okay, the room was rather large, circular, a high dome-shaped ceiling covering them, and the walls and floors were all white, much like the writers of the Sick. The room was shaped almost like a donut, with a hole in the center that was actually a den, where a large green TV and many black leather couches stayed. All around the den were two stairs that led to the main floor of this place. Along the walls were doors to various other places. Roxas noticed a couple... Wait. Oh, no. Ryan noticed a couple labeled in red text. Dinner hall, kitchen, bathroom, stairwell, and Lab A. The doors were mechanical and opened automatically whenever Zexion, Vexen, Lexius, and Zaldin went into other ones. Why is this anything special? We have this crap all the time in real life. Only Xigbar was walking through the black carpeted den. It's beautiful, croaked Ryan. I can't believe it.
Okay, it's been a while since I've played
It's been a while.
5 by 2 days, but yeah, is this room an area in the castle that never was?
I believe it's supposed to be a modernization of the meeting area, but it's super lame compared to the one from the game.
yeah, with all the thrones.
Yeah, and the majestic skylights.
Yeah.
He turned to Syax, who was beaming. Welcome home. Welcome to Silent Hill, Syax said. Ryan felt tears swimming in his eyes, and he quickly wiped them away. He would not leave a weak first impression. However, Syax saw this and put an arm around the newest member, putting him into a chokehold, and then a suplex. With a fatherly love that said it all.
Kingdom Hearts Wrestling, do it!
I've been where you've been, and we're all in this together.
Sykes is not a comforting person.
No, he's the deliberate opposite of that. Alright, you're up.
Come on, said Sykes. Come sit in the den with Xigbar and I. Ah, I see someone else is there too. We have an Xbox. Do you like Xbox?
Terrorist organization?
Yes, sir, sniffed Ryan. So do we. Well, come on, see if you want to play.
Syax would not use contractions.
Ryan followed Sykes over to the den, and he looked down to see Xigbar lounging next to a young boy around 20, who was holding an Xbox controller and dragging on a cigarette. This guy was not an organization rose, instead wearing a Guns N' Roses t-shirt. Oh my god, are you really gonna make that obvious pun with Axel's
If anyone's
name?
wearing a Guns N' Roses shirt, it's Marluxia.
Yeah. I am tempted to make an X5 reference here, but
It's okay, you'll have something to be outraged about in one sentence.
I see.
We could just skip that word.
Yeah, I will replace it with some funny soundbite from
Here,
somewhere
pause
in
and I'll replace it. Here, pause and I'll replace it with something.
No. I'll edit it in post. Just skip over it and.
Okay. Let's just keep it.
Yeah, because we are not. Because I am not giving the internet a sound clip of me saying that. His hair, like Lexius's, was red, but not naturally. It was clear that it had been dyed. This
cursed fool
won't let me play, said Xigbar to Sykes, who sat down on one of the couches against the perimeter of the den. Ryan sat next to him.
They're gone! Are gone!
I'm playing Halo. Wait, what? I need to get my Axel voice. I'm playing Halo 3, Xigbar, said the. Oh wait, also I forgot to do the Xigbar voice for the last line, but
it doesn't matter.
I'm playing Halo 3, Xigbar, said the redheaded smoker. This is serious shit, and I will not have you interrupt the war against the Covenant just because you want to play Marble Blast Ultra like the dork you are. That game's shit. I wish to God you would just shut up sometimes, Axel, dude, said Xigbar. Love you too, buddy. Go fuck yourself, dude. Isn't that what your mother is for?
How original.
You child. If not, I want my money back.
Come on, you can at least do a more sophisticated series of insults. Is sanity the price to pay for power?
You'll get used to this, said Sykes, but Ryan was grinning.
He likes juvenile insults.
Yeah, I mean, he is like a child himself. Yeah, the redhead paused his game, took the cigarette out of his mouth, blew a puff of smoke, and stared at Ryan through the haze. This is the new guy? He asked. Yes, said Sykes. This is Ryan. At least for now. Unless he's considered a name. Yeah. Well, I thought Roxas was kinda cool, said Ryan, blushing. I use that name for a lot of internet forums and such. Ironic that it has an X, the only requirement.
No, I don't buy it.
Yes, I like it, said Sykes, smiling. Well then, welcome aboard, Roxas.
I'll take over now if it's alright.
What?
I'll take over.
One more sentence.
Okay.
The redhead, now playing his game again, gave a quick, obnoxious laugh before saying, Roxas, seriously? I can already tell you're gonna be a pain in my rocks asshole. That was me punching myself in the face.
Well, thanks for coming out to our story. See you next episode. Bye!
You can't run away, Rex!
No, I can't. I'm not.
Also, that statement is objectively false because Roxas never tops.
There was one fanfic in Myths and Legend where he did, but we'll get to that later. I'll continue. Sighing, Sayak said, Roxas, this is Axel, one of our spies. He's brilliant at what he does. I only wish he'd take it seriously. That, and sew his mouth shut.
No! Do not bring back the blood game!
Preferably by Vex and sewing his stomach to his mouse. Axel gave a mock laugh. I take my job very serious. Oh, I'll do that line read again.
Yeah, I was too busy.
Axel gave a mock laugh. I take my job very seriously, Sayax. I have no idea what you're talking about. Last week, instead of interrogating our contact, you went to the petting zoo, Axel.
Oh man, is this the past is our future now? Where Axel and Roxas are going to look at the cute pandas, and it's like a shoujo anime with little but with sparkles and bubbles and kawaii panda heads floating everywhere.
You had a fun afternoon without all of us. How dare you? And just today, you were supposed to find test subjects at that hotel across the street from the store we're trying to get information from this run-on sentence. I had to send in Marluxia and Demyx with Vexen instead. Where were you? Here, Axel said simply, because I didn't get an order to go. I called you and said green light. Yeah, but that could mean anything, Psyx. Like, you could have been inducted by alien spaceships with green lights, so I practiced my alien finding skills by playing Halo. Or you could have been reading the classical piece of literature, The Great Gatsby. So, you'll be thanking me if you ever get abducted by aliens. You know what green light means, Axel. Of course I love The Great Gatsby.
Yeah.
I was sick, said Axel. Yeah, bullshit, said Xigbar, chuckling. Now let me play Marble Blast, fire crotch, or I'll throw you into the television. Are they insinuating that, like, I don't know, that Axel feels a burning sensation when he pees?
I think so. That's probably the extent of his fire powers here.
Hell, you'll watch your bestiality porn every night, then, Xigbar?
What? Xigbar watches bestiality porn?
No, you should. We might want to record a certain other line then. I'll talk to you about it in post.
Dodon Paw fanfiction.
Actually, that was in a segment you were reading. I'll tell you which line and you could just re-record it.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, Xigbar roared and tackled Axel off the couch. On the floor, the two playfully wrestled each other, while Ryan, Roxas,
Wow.
laughed himself to tears. It's not that funny, man. Psyx himself was grinning.
After a moment, the two sat back up on the couch, laughing along with the others. Soon it died down, and then they watched in silence as Axel played this video game. A couple minutes later, Axel turned to Roxas and asked him, "You want to grab something to eat in the kitchen?" Realizing how hungry he was, Roxas nodded and stood up. He followed Axel up the 2 steps out of the den and through the door labeled kitchen. Inside here was a kitchen, you don't say, that looked incredibly professional, with many stoves and working tables, as kitchens tend to have, not to mention a trio of chrome refrigerators. A small clock was on the wall above the fridges, and Roxas saw with a jolt that it was only midnight. It felt like he had been kidnapped and brought into the organization weeks ago. Well, to be fair, it has been ages since we recorded episode 1. We need to get on a better schedule.
Yeah.
Axel opened one of the chrome fridges and disappeared behind its door. Roxas
Never to be seen again.
If only. Run, Axel, be free!
Or have sex with Demyx in the freezer.
Ah!
Continue.
Roxas walked over, hands stuffed in his black jeans. Are you jerking off, Roxas? Please don't do that in public. And leaned against the table.
Wait, where are you reading from?
What?
Oh, okay, never mind. You inserted a joke, I didn't recognize it. Edit that out, continue!
Oh, yeah. You drink? Asked Axel. Yeah, nah man, never got into that stuff. Okay, is Mountain Dew good? Axel is MLG, bro. It really is a shame Storm isn't here, because he loves Mountain Dew.
Get Dan Video Games here, and he'll try and attack them for the glory of Monster.
The boomer juice. Yeah, I wish I could get Dan on a video, on one of my videos.
He's too busy editing too many podcasts. But
Yeah.
let's keep going.
Plus he doesn't really. He told me he doesn't really like doing collabs that much.
Okay.
Well, except unless they're with Voxandra. But she's
Okay.
a special case. She's
Okay.
anything lower on caffeine. Wait. I keep forgetting to do the voice. Anything lower on caffeine? I want to go to sleep in a little bit if I'm staying overnight, which I hopefully am. We have milk. Axel turned and raised his eyebrows at Roxas. You want some Milky Wilky?
Milk is a vital ingredient in cooking. What's so funny about it?
Milky Wilky. What, are we back in Baby Roxas?
Oh God, no!
You almost forgot about that one, didn't you?
Alright, tag in. I need a distraction.
Okay.
Yes, came to mind, but Roxas figured it wouldn't look so very macho if he drank Milky Wilky on the first night here. Yeah, this guy's insecure. This checks out. I'll take a Mountain Dew then. Alrighty, I'll heat up some pizza. You can go back in and lounge about, I guess. Hey, aren't we a terrorist organization? Why are we just some guys hanging out in the living room?
I guess
Okay,
they're like friggin'
cool.
the creepypasta characters who all just hang out in Slender Mansion and play video games.
Yeah, this is reading like a real bad creepypasta.
Yeah, you could just
out.
substitute
sorry.
Zemnis with the Slender Man and friggin'
Hi,
Xigbar, Jeff
guys.
the Killer.
He walks back to the main room to find Xigbar playing his marble game, which I'm pretty sure you could just play on a cell phone. Probably not in 2010, to be fair. Sayek's gone, and in his place, a blonde-haired guy in regular clothing, strumming a rather lovely tune over an acoustic guitar.
Called it, yep, because why would any fanfic author ever get Demyx's instrument right? As
These
he
guys
said,
wouldn't know what a sitar is.
as he himself said, a sitar is so much better for hitting things with.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Roxas came down from his high, looked at this new man, and said, "Hi, what happened to Sayek's?" "Bathroom," answered Xigbar, eyes focused almost entirely on his game. "Roxas, this is Demyx. Demyx, this is our new member, the Chaos Theorist Roxas."
You see, no one could ever have predicted that Dr. Grant would suddenly write an edgy Kingdom Hearts fanfic. That's chaos theory.
"Pleased to meet ya," mumbled Demyx dreamily. He seemed to be lost in his own music. That is, notes he was making every 2 seconds, judging by his strumming out comment. "Wait, Demyx?" Roxas asked. "The Demyx? The idiot who uses his own terrorist codename as his music icon? You've got that hit single out. She sells seashells.
She
don't
sells
you?
seashells.
You're in the organization?" "Yep," he replied, still in that dreamy state because he was also high. Roxas looked up at Xigbar, who just shook his head.
Demyx would be the most likely out of the organization to be a stoner.
"I don't know, Xigbar."
Oh yeah.
Roxas looked up at Xigbar, who just shook his head. Like we just discussed, he was also high. But Roxas chuckled, but it was interrupted by a large yawn. "Bed," said Sayek firmly, who was walking from the door labeled bathroom. "Huh? What?" spluttered Roxas. "No, I can't. Axel's heating up some pizza." "No, bed," repeated Sayek. "You have a long day tomorrow."
Stay up and play video games. Where?
Demyx can take you to your room, right, Demyx? What? Demyx snapped out of his musical trance, shaking his head rather rapidly, blinking swiftly. Yeah, okay. Let's go, little guy." Oh, shut up," said Roxas, laughing. These guys change his emotions every other second. Demyx left his guitar on the couch in favor of his sitar he's supposed to have, and the two climbed out of the den and through the doorway. A large metal staircase went both up and down in this room, zigzagging its way up from floor to floor like it's friggin' Hogwarts or something. On the opposite wall, however, was an elevator, much to Roxas's bemusement. Demyx led him over, pressed the rigging button to go up, and entered the elevator where the 2 slide doors opened. If this fic had any sense of actual humor, now was when the music would play.
Also, gee, the logistics of calling an elevator, getting into it is just riveting action.
Alright, you want to pick up?
Oh god, no, yes, I will pick up, but I just read ahead, and oh my god, I remember how
You called this series fanfiction from Makai! What the hell did you expect?
I expected crap, but Larxene is one of my favorite organization members, and I don't like it.
Don't spoil it! Don't spoil it!
Okay. 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 When they were both inside and the doors were shut, Roxas blurted out, "How the hell did you fit all this in here?" Demyx grinned. "Organization 13, mate. We have no known limitation." With another ring, the doors opened and Roxas was staring at a colorful carpeted hallway with doors on either side that looked much like a hotel's hallway.
Shouldn't there be no colors if they want to fit their aesthetic?
Yeah, the castle that never was is pretty gray. "Your room number 13, said Demyx, all the way down the hall. "Have a good sleep." Roxas exited. When the doors of the elevator shut, as Demyx made his way back down to the lounge in his guitar. Realizing with a jolt that he was just escorted by a famous musician, Roxas walked down the hall with a bit of a swagger, past all the room numbers. None of the doors to the other rooms opened until he reached 12. He turned and yelped.
Why did the door just randomly open?
He turned and yelped in shock at the person looking back at him. It was a young blonde woman, completely naked from the waist up.
Spelled W-A-S-T-E.
Because of course, why not? And wearing an apron to cover whatever was underneath.
The squirming massive tentacles that made up her body, naturally.
I mean, granted, that would be fitting for someone like Larxene. Her breasts were pushed together by her arms, covered in scars both new and old, and she studied Roxas with eager green eyes.
Wait, wouldn't it be covered by the apron she was wearing?
Yeah. "Hey, cutie," she said and giggled. Hi, croaked Roxas. "You do realize you're... Is naked the word you're looking for?" "Yes, I am. I'm having a bit of fun with Zexy in here. Or rather, he's having a bit of fun with me." Larxene would never do that!
Also, Zexian's like way younger than her, too.
I mean, I am not going to discuss my tastes here, but let's just say Larxene is about as sexual as...
A lamppost.
Yes. And...
Sadistic, yes, but not in a sexual way.
And a lamppost embedded inside Lion Riku's anal passage.
Folks, look, Heartless Fix is a wonderful place full of all sorts of terrible fanfiction.
I am all in favor of aggressive female sexuality, but this is not who Larxene is. Okay. Zexy?
Also, she might be fucking someone who's underage. No thank you.
Yeah. Zexy? Roxas repeated. You mean Zexion? Of course. You're welcome to join in, she said, batting her eyelids. Listen, I am not opposed to the idea of Roxas / Larxene, but no, not here, please. This is bad.
You feel like you're having a bit of a very strong emotional reaction. Why don't I pick up?
Yes, you go on, please. Also, wait, I think my mic is messing up.
Okay,
no,
I'll read
it's
in the
not.
meeting.
Okay.
Alright. Blushing furiously, Roxas sputtered, no thanks. I'll just be headed to my room then. The girl bust out into cackling laughter, which reminded Roxas very much of a witch. I'm only kidding, kid, she said between gales of laughter. I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm Larxene, member 12, or at least what these authors think Larxene is like. Looks like I'll be your neighbor. Don't mind the noise. If I just have one of the guys in here, okay? I just like a bit of fun. We get real loud playing D&D.
Yeah, I mean, granted, anyone who has been in the RP Central server with me and the rest of my friends knows that things that all caps is spammed very frequently. But hey.
No problem, stammered Roxas. Name's Roxas. Pleased to meet you, Larxene. Get a good night's sleep, she said, winking. She closed the door, moans and groans followed on the other side as everyone at the table rolled successive nat ones.
Ah! Critical miss!
Jeez, he thought as he opened the door. I hope Lily and I never end up like that. We're sticking to D100 systems in this household.
Granted, yeah, I want to see a little fanfic about Organization 13 all playing D&D now.
If they were in character, sure. His house was also
I
just
might
like
actually try writing that sometime.
His room was also just like wish fulfillment. I mean, a hotel room. Small, yet cozy, with one big bed with thick sheets and blankets covering it. A bedside table with a lamp laid next to this furniture, and an average-sized television was nicely placed inside an open cabinet. A fresh pair of pajamas were on the bed in a plastic bag, neatly folded. Roxas put them on, then clambered into the warmth of his new bed. He noticed the shadow of black robes hanging from a hook in his doorless closet. He slept easily that night, for he was home now, and then he woke up from the dream, swearing and cursing that his wish fulfillment fantasy wasn't real.
And that is the end of Chapter 2.
Shall we continue on to Chapter 3?
Well, actually, I was thinking we'd call it for tonight, because I really don't want to go too far without Storm.
Alright, we did only read through roughly a third of Chapter 2 anyway, so I suppose it's not too out of the pale to end here.
And this chapter was really freaking long.
And nothing happened despite its length. All that we learned is that these are less domestic terrorists and more just a frat house.
Yeah.
No, I'll take it back. This is an insult to frat houses. If anyone in a fraternity is listening to this, I sincerely apologize. You guys are way more sophisticated than the people in this fic.
Yeah. Also,
you got into college. These guys did not. These characters, I assume.
Also, you'd think with the organization's limited amount of resources, they'd be able to have set aside some resources to soundproof Larxene's room.
You mean from her extensive D&D sessions, because that's all she's doing, clearly.
Yes, from her D&D sessions, because she's big into that. Anyway, this has been Dreigonix's fanfiction from Makai, with Rex.
Featuring Rex from the Eutropis May Cry series.
Yep.
I'm running a tabletop campaign. We might put a link in or something. I don't know. We'll discuss it.
Oh, nice. I will make sure to check that out myself. And I will see you all next time.
See ya.